Yeah, I'm probably in the minority by saying this, but Tom Ford's Oud Wood is probably by far, to me, in my opinion, the most overhyped, overrated oud designer scent that ever hit the market. I still don't understand why people love this so much. But if you want to know why I'm not the biggest fan, meet me on the other side of the intro. We'll talk about it. All right, y'all, welcome back to Wear the Smith. Today, we're going to talk about why I'm just not the biggest fan of Tom Ford's Oud Wood, right? Like, and we all know what Tom Ford represents, prestige, wealth, luxury, that the whole Met Gala vibes, all that type of energy. But to me, that energy doesn't spill over to a lot of his fragrances, especially the ones in the private blend collection, like Oud Wood. But like, when you buy a fragrance, you don't want to feel like you got stuck up on the back block of the Bronx, right? And that's what I felt like when I bought this, because I blind bought it. fell into the hype. I fell into the trap of everybody online saying how wonderful this scent was and you had to have it in your collection, all that. You know how it goes, right? But when I got it, I wouldn't say I was disappointed, but I will say I was underwhelmed, because to me, it just wasn't worth the money I paid for it, right? Like when you go and buy this from a big box store, like Nordstrom, Macy's, Sephora, you're gonna pay $300 for a 50 ml of this. And if you want a bigger bottle, you're gonna pay $450 to $500 for a bigger bottle, which is crazy to me, right? Because the performance alone is just not worth it, right? When you buy a fragrance and you pay a lot of money for it, there's certain expectations that come along with that. And one of them is you want it to perform well. And Tom Ford's Oud Wood just doesn't do that, right? Like when you spray this on yourself, you want it to project, you want it to last long, and it does none of that, right? But I don't know. I guess we gotta look into the notes and see what this is supposed to be, right? Now, the main accords of what it basically smells like, as it's listed, is warm, spicy, woody, vanilla, aromatic, powdery, balsamic, oud, patchouli, and sweet. Now, the reason I made my face about aromatic, because most aromatic fragrances that you get usually project well. Like they got nice scent trails. You can smell the sillage when you walk past people. People are usually gonna smell it. Not with this so much, right? But the notes, the top notes are cardamom, pink pepper, rosemary. The middle notes are sandalwood, oud, patchouli, and vetiver. And the base notes, vanilla, tonka, and amber, right? Now, I'm sure Tom Ford puts high quality material into all his fragrances, but to me, that just doesn't equate for performance, right? It just doesn't perform well, regardless of the high quality material. So in this case, Oud Wood just doesn't perform at all. Like it's so weak. Not only does it not last long, like for me on my skin, it might last 6 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours max, right? And for you to pay that much for this scent, for it to last that long, I mean, you're gonna be disappointed like I was, right? And that's kind of unfortunate, because when you buy something Tom Ford, you want to feel like you bought into a lifestyle. And this just doesn't do that, right? Now, I might be, like I said, I might be in the minority by saying that, and there's people who's probably got more sophisticated noses than me, but listen, I don't want to have to hug everybody for them to smell my scent. I want to be able to walk past them and people smell my sillage and all that. That's important to me, right? A lot of people say they don't wear fragrances to get compliments. Well, I'm a compliment fisher. I'm not going to even lie to you. What's the point of smelling good if nobody knows you smell good? If you don't care if nobody knows you smell good, yeah, hey, wear this and they won't know, but you'll know and you might be happy. Now, I'm not saying this is the worst scent, because it's not. It's just linear, meaning that the notes don't really change from the initial spray to the dry down. It smells basically the same. It doesn't change, right? It just gets weaker as time goes on. So because of that, I'm never gonna be a fan of this right here, right? I might wear it every once in a blue, maybe on a date night or something like that. If I know I'm gonna be in close proximity with somebody, I might wear this just to say, yeah, I got Tom Ford Oud Wood on, maybe. But for the most part, I'm probably not really reach for this much. So because of that, I'm not really gonna say we're gonna wear this too much. We're not gonna smear it. But what I will say is, if you're gonna buy Tom Ford's Oud Wood, get it on a discount site so you can get it for half off, right? You don't wanna go and pay full retail for this, because you're going to be disappointed. I promise you. I promise you, you're going to be disappointed. So definitely get this on discount, or get a clone of it. There's some clones out there for $25, $30 that come close to it, close enough for it that you're going to be okay with it. So just don't pay full price for this. That's all I'm saying. And with that being said, I'm out of here. I'll see you on the next video.